Good morning, this is Barb. I'm the author of the Diaries of Liberty the Pug, and we're on book 3 today. Book 3 is the arrival of Pippa. Pippa is behind me, up on the back of the chair where she loves to be. This is Pippa down here. She's the third pug in the party. She loves her giraffe, which she's cleaning right now, so we won't disturb her as she listens to the story. Today, we're on chapter called Wild Thing. And guess who's the wild thing? You got it, it's Pippa. Wild Thing. The first few weeks, Pippa sleeps most of the time. When she isn't sleeping, she likes to follow us around and snuggle up with us. Pippa loves to creep up on Ebony Rose when she's asleep and surprise her by jumping on her chest to play wrestle. At the moment, Pippa is very tiny, and I think she must be a little crazy to jump on a pug as large as Ebony Rose. But Ebony Rose is very patient with Pippa and is like a gentle giant with her. Ebony Rose lets Pippa play wrestle with her whenever she wants. They are quite a sight as Ebony Rose gently rolls around with little Pippa on the floor, and Pippa is using her full force tugging on Ebony's ear, a leg, or Ebony Rose's tail. I like Pippa, but I do not want Pippa to be jumping on me. Pippa seems to know and respect that I'm the oldest and gives me my space. Liberty is older and she does not want to be jumped on. And remember, it's Liberty telling you the story. Pippa makes us laugh when she drags Daddy's slipper in her mouth to a new location. The slipper is bigger than she is. Pippa sticks her nose in the slipper and falls asleep. Pippa has not learned that the kitchen floor is shiny and slippery, and when she's chasing after a ball in the kitchen, she often slides into collision with the refrigerator. But Pippa never worries. She gets up and goes running off after the ball again. Ebony Rose and I keep an eye on Pippa. We try to keep her from hurting herself when she decides to play jumping from one piece of furniture to another. Sometimes Pippa sits in front of the shiny steel water cooler and taps it with her paw. I think Pippa is wondering if her reflection is another dog, but Daddy said Pippa can see her reflection and likes looking to see how pretty she is. Daddy often gives us pieces of crushed ice cubes. Pippa puts her ice in Daddy's slipper and does not understand where it's gone when she goes back later to find it. Ebony Rose did the same kind of thing when she was a puppy by hiding pieces of crushed ice cube on the couch under a cushion. I had to explain to both of my sisters that ice melts and would not be in the slipper or behind the cushion when they go back to look for it. Mom has a good laugh when Daddy puts his feet in the slippers and they are wet from cold melted ice. You can see I have Liberty here and she wants to move. Do you want to move, Libby? Where do you want to go? Good girl. Okay. Pippa has no fear and will climb and jump off any chair or couch or bed. Mom even caught her trying to get on the dining room table. Let me see where Liberty would like to go. Would you like to go behind there, Liv? There we go. Good girl. Today, Pippa is running at great speed around the house and out into the garden and back in again through our dog door. I'm staying out of the way. I'm sitting under a chair in the dining room trying to stay safe so she does not bump into me. Running at such great speeds with my poor eyesight, I do not move very fast. I have to rely on my hearing to know which way Pippa is running. Pippa is asleep up here now, right behind her giraffe. Don't know if you can see her. Ebony Rose often gives chase to Pippa, and the race is in full force. Mats are flying, cushions on the floor. First, Ebony Rose runs by me with Pippa, giving chase, and then Pippa runs by me and Ebony Rose is giving chase. Suddenly it's very quiet, and they're both staring at each other in a standoff. Mum, Daddy, and I watch them, waiting to see what they're going to do and who's going to make the first move. Then just as suddenly as they stopped, they're off once more, charging after one another up the hall, over the chairs, around the back of the couch, and through the doggy door. When Pippa and Ebony Rose play together, Ebony Rose usually ends up with her collar missing on the floor somewhere, and we have to look for her collar because Pippa always manages to pull it over Ebony Rose's head while they are playing. Pippa is still learning play manners. Mum and Daddy want to stop Pippa from pulling off Ebony Rose's collar. Sometimes Pippa gets excited and grabs hold of one of Ebony Rose's back legs to stop her from getting away. We do not want Pippa biting Ebony Rose. Pippa would never try to take my collar off or bite my back leg. She knows I would not let her get away with it. Pippa already knows to respect my body language. She can cuddle for naps and give me kisses, but no rough stuff. Ebony Rose is big and gentle and is just too nice, so Pippa gets away with being very mischievous when Mum and Daddy are not looking. This little wild thing is going to have to slow down, and I think it's time that she does. Do you have a wild thing in your home? A brother, a sister, a puppy? When small children or pets run and jump around, make sure the area is safe for everyone that is playing. I hope you'll join us again next week. I think Pippa's going to have some lessons next week because the next chapter is called Ground Rules. I think Pippa is going to learn some ground rules next week. And I think I know who's going to tell her. Can you see her there? So next week I'll see you for ground rules. Remember, if you want to follow with your books, you can follow with buying them on ebooks or on Amazon.com or visit my website. Also Legea Books and Paperclips Magazine all carry the Diaries of Liberty the Pug, who are available worldwide. Thank you. You can say goodbye to Pippa, who's up here fast asleep. Hi, Pippa. Liberty, who's down here. Say hi, Lib. And Ebony Rose, who's our little black sheep over there on the couch. Thank you. I'll see you next week.